I hope you are doing well. And thank you for joining me today. For those that are new here, I am Dr. Lisa, and this space, this safe space, is all about me speaking about different issues in society and trends that are going on in the workplace, and speaking on those issues and how to create new opportunities and ways for us to be better leaders within our lives and within the workplace so that we can level up in our careers or within our businesses. And today's topic, if you haven't been following for the last few days, I've been speaking on a topic every day since the first day of Black History Month. Today is the 6th of February, so today is day 6 of Black History Month, and today's topic focuses on hate isn't shocking, it's strategic. I think this is a great topic, especially for today, where a lot of people are upset and speaking about and it's trending of what the current president has said about Bar- Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, displaying them as monkeys. Now, this is a perfect example of how hate isn't shocking, it's strategic. Hate, it thrives in policies, it survives through silence, and we dismiss it as patterns and one-offs. That's how it's winning, because people are dismissing this, depending on, regardless of what side you're on. A lot of people are dismissing this action, even though this is not his first time of displaying them as monkeys and displaying and minimizing the greatness of minorities, of women. This is a perfect example and a perfect topic for this, because these issues have not come up in a rare instance. They've come up from the beginning. So it has just been dismissed and been accepted and viewed as acceptable. And it's also distracting, right? Because we're moving forward, we're trying to create change. And here comes another distraction. And this happens all the time. It happens within the workplace. It happens all the time. So, what does that mean? How do we go about this, right? When this is actually a systemic problem, it's embedded in institutions, it's embedded in the society of this country and of the world. So, how that's the strategic aspect of it, right? Because it's within the systems, you know? And we help to help other people to align, from those that are being suppressed, to help strengthen the system. Once again, YouTube has knocked me off when I speak on this subject. It's so weird how it keeps doing that. But thank you for joining me. As I was saying, uh, nothing is shocking about hate, because people show you who they are the first time. It's up to you to learn from that and decide if you're willing to accept that or not. And for the most part, people choose to accept it, choose to minimize it, choose to act as if, oh, it was just a mistake. Oh, it's not a pattern. Oh, it's just a one off. Oh, it's just a form of miscommunication. Or that's how politics is. Oh, there's just a few people that do that. All of those different types of minimizations. And like I said, that's the strategic aspect of it. The idea that the intent is, oh, it's not that serious, right? As if the intention isn't creating harm, as if it isn't perpetuating harm, as if it is not, restructuring the ways to limit other people, and how those limitations allow for the few to stay in power. And you want to be a moderator? I don't even know how to do that. I've seen you before. How are you doing? Okay, there you go. Hold on one second. There you go. There you go. Did it do it? I just set it up. I've seen you in here before. I'm doing well. Today's topic is I'm focusing on just how we need to move forward and not, get distracted based on hate. It's a lot of people that are upset today. I've been upset for a while, not just today. I'm doing well. I'm just on here to try to bring enlightenment and empowerment. 6'7". 6'7". And I go like this all the time. So like 6'7", I live in it. That's so funny. Because I was just joking about that with my daughter. That's very funny because I talk like this all the time. It's hilarious. And see, I'm one that loves to laugh. So see how I can bring laughter to this awful subject that we have to speak about. But I think it's important that we laugh about it. It's important that we laugh about it. But, as I was saying, there's so many ways to, minimize hate in this world. And we have to stop doing that. We have to stop minimizing hate. And we have to bring a voice and use our voice. And it starts with us, As I always say, we are all leaders, even if we feel as though we are not. Because somebody is looking to you for guidance and inspiration based on you and how you're going about and moving throughout the world. How do I do that? I don't think I have enough followers for that. Or subscribers. I'm still growing my page. So everyone please subscribe so I can get super chat. Yep, I'm still growing my page. I'm just now starting to come on here. So I've been coming on daily. I'll try to do more than that, posting more than that. Because I just usually just post stuff and then just leave. But I want to be more active and engaging and speaking and empowering people. So I think I like coming on through my phone. I think I'm going to stick to YouTube. I'm usually on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is very stuffy. It's very stuffy over there and I'm tired of it. And I have a TikTok too. But I really don't like going live over there either because I'm just a chick that I'm very down to earth. I don't want to be playing games and doing all that. I just want to come say what I got to say and leave. Give my inspirational words. If anyone has any questions, always reach out to me. My information is in the description. All of that. I am all about empowering people, helping people to level up within their business or within their career. And that's what these talks are about. Us, navigating a world that has hate and how we can learn from the lessons of the past, right? And just these talks that I'm doing are just learning from the lessons of Black History Month, since it is Black History Month. And these talks are specifically aligned with us recognizing how we can create change from lessons of the past. And that lesson for today, of course, is hate isn't shocking. It's strategic. No one should be shocked that someone is filled with hate. And I hate to say it that way, but we shouldn't be shocked. We're all human and we all, have our ways of thinking, our biases, whatever that may be. That's okay. It's ingrained in how we've been raised. It's ingrained in the world that we've walked through. But as we go and we be amongst other people, we get on the internet, we learn how other people are. That's one great way for us to help dismantle hate, right? So that we can bring awareness and share love, share differences, and highlight importances of why we all are great as humans and how we actually are one in the same. So that's the main thing about this, and us speaking up and looking at ways that we can explain and motivate other people, right? How do we dismantle what is perpetuating the harm? The only way to do that is to not be fearful. I think that's one thing that so many in the world are doing. They're holding on to this fear of what could happen instead of just acting, right? Thank you. I try to be a good person. You have a good day too. But it's all about us not being fearful and not getting shook to our core and distracted when someone does something evil or does something harmful or does something hateful and discriminatory in any way, because we can't let that action be their strategic approach to get away with it, right? And to help to create more fear and more harm, because that's really what the strategy is, right? Because it's been done through time and time again. That's what history has taught us, that those types of actions are strategic in a way that it becomes psychological. That's what it's all about. It's a form of psychological warfare. So that's when we become fearful, right? Because, oh, I don't want to be confronted with that type of behavior. Oh, they say mean things, or oh, I'm not going over there because they're racist, or they're discriminatory, or they don't like gay people, or they don't like this type of person, or they don't think I'm smart enough because I went to this school and I don't have this type of degree, or I work this job, and you need to have that job to even apply. No, you don't. You don't need to have any of that sort of thinking. That's all strategic when you see forms of hate and biases and things like that. It's a distraction to create fear, a distraction to keep you thinking that you are incapable, that you are unable to take that action, or you should be in that room. All these psychological aspects of it. That's the strategy. That's how you keep people in a suppressed mindset and keep people accepting forms of suppression, right? And even then it's a distraction because it gets you enraged. So you're more speaking on why this is negative, or why this is bad, or why this shouldn't be, or why they did that and they do it all the time, and oh da 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 da. Getting into that kind of distraction instead of staying focused on the task at hand, which is to create change, to help dismantle that type of thinking and to hold people like that accountable, right? And accountability in the world we live in, when we look at society and politics and corporations and how they push things on us, is through our money. It's through our money. You don't need to buy their products. You don't need to listen to their music. You don't need to vote for that person. You don't need to live in that neighborhood. You don't need to do any of that. You don't have to accept abuse. And you have to you have to have enough respect for yourself and love for yourself, and stepping out in belief in yourself, to not think you have to align with hate to survive. You don't have to align with hate to survive. You don't have to align with hate to be successful. You don't have to align with hate to just be you. You're out here to walk in your own moral compass. You're not out here to align with what other people think you should be. That's that's the strategic approach to hate. It's allowing people to become fearful, and then once they're fearful, then they're just going to accept. That's what Black History Month teaches you. That's what past has taught you. If you look at history, when it comes to colonization, or just even monarchs and how they operated and all that type of stuff, when you look at history, that's what it's about. Forms of hate, they're not shocking. It's strategic. Because people see, oh, they're suppressing them people over there. I can't be like that because I can't be suppressed. Oh, they're killing people over there. I'm not that. I'm not that type of person. Please don't come bothering me. Don't come kill me. Don't come do this and that. Don't hurt my family. Don't hurt my people. Don't hurt my tribe. Don't hurt us because we're not like them, or we don't think like them. It's okay. You may think like them, but you're going to suppress that and say that you don't think like them. That's the strategy of hate. It's shocking to many because in this day and age, we move robotically and we forget what happened yesterday, because we have social media and stuff like that. So it's easy for people, for some reason, I don't know why, but for people to forget what was of the past, even though the past may have been yesterday. And so then the hate becomes shocking. Oh, I can't believe they said that. No, they've always said things like that. You just didn't care because they said something that you liked recently. So you felt you needed to align. So I feel everyone, and that's the strategy of it, right? Because of the world we live in. Everything is just, It's here today, it's gone tomorrow. There's always a new headline, there's always a new topic, there's always a new product, there's always something new. So the world becomes desensitized and moving on from something else. And that's the strategy of hate. We did that yesterday, but they forgot because, we went ahead and we donated some money, or we went ahead and we played some good music and started rapping and dancing and all this and that. So now we good. We got invited to the cookout. We good. We good. We good. We good over here. They forgot about the things that we said. So that's one thing that is the strategy of hate. And we, as leaders, as ourselves, and the people that look up to us, we have to move forward, not falling victim to that strategy, falling victim to that form of distraction. And we need to stay focused. We need to move forward, and we need to get lock and step with how we are operating in this world. We need to stop following what they say we should do, because those strategies are designed to keep the top 0.0001% in power. It's not to balance it out. They don't like us. And when I say us, I'm talking about everybody that's below the 0.0001%. Those that are holding that power, They're not looking to even it out. They're not looking to hand out all these opportunities so that we all can have and be successful and not worry about money, all of that type of stuff. They're not worried about that. That's not what it's about. Power is not about that. Power by design, hence that's what it is, power for the few and far between. But that doesn't mean it has to be, right? That doesn't mean that even if you are in power, you have to oppress others. There's no need for oppression. You're just using that as a strategy because it's more of a sadistic, type of thing. Thinking that pain and struggle are the only way to maintain power, and it's not. People are always looking for a leader. That's what it's about. I mean, even in tribes and stuff like that from beginning of time, as you see through history and all the research and science and things like that have taught us that people always are going to be looking to have leadership, to have someone in power. But they're not looking to be oppressed. They're not looking to be abused. They're not looking to be hated. No. They just want someone to guide them, to manage. And management shouldn't be painful. It shouldn't be harmful. It shouldn't be none of that. It shouldn't be creating division. But that's what hate is. They use it to shock and then divide. It's up to us to stay focused and empowered so that we can create fair and equal opportunities for all, fair and real life change. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't hate our jobs. We shouldn't hate our jobs and not want to work the jobs that we have. We shouldn't feel stressed about the jobs that we have and the people that we work with and, why we're not being paid equally and fairly based on an actual living wage. Why do I have to suffer to live? Shouldn't be that way. And that's just what it is. That's what it is. That is the learning lesson for today of Black History Month. That hate isn't shocking, it's strategic. And it's up to you to be a leader to create and redirect that strategy and bring people along with you, inform others, empower others, because they're looking at you as a leader. We all have people that are inspired by us, and we just don't know it. So it's up to us to move forward and be the change. And with that, I leave you with that thought. And I'll be back on tomorrow, and I look forward to seeing you then. And until then, love yourself and others. Bye.